Should I assume there is no more question and then go to the topic I want to treat? Nobody is responding.
Yes, sir. Maybe as we go along.
Okay, all right. All right. So let me open let me share my screen so that you can see what I want to talk about. Okay, so the topic I actually want to discuss for today is what I called stock investing 101. And that means going to the very beginning. This is assuming maybe you've not even bought any stock, or maybe you have only bought a few stocks and you don't really know how to navigate the stock market, or what exactly do you need to do so that you can have a good experience and also you can get the best return from your investment. There are many times I've spoken to people, and when I use the word beginner investor, some people will tell me they have been investing for the last 15 years, 20 years. They've been buying shares. But I always tell people, it's not about how long you have been buying stocks that makes you an intermediate investor or an experienced investor. It's all about what you know, what you have learned, your knowledge of the stock market, your knowledge of the money market, of real estate. How much, what have you really learned? I mean, on some social media platform that talks about stock investing, I see the way people ask questions randomly. Oh, should I buy GSWYM? Should I buy MTN? People are asking questions randomly, and they receive random answer, and then they act upon it, and then they will say, oh, I've been buying stocks for the last 10 years. But the people that are saying they've been buying stocks for the last 10 years, if you ask them, how do you buy your stocks? They cannot really give you a specific way they do it. It's probably somebody recommend it, somebody mentioned it, they heard about it in the news. You know, there's always somebody else. There's always somebody else that is leading them to what they should do. They are not actually doing it 100% based on their own knowledge and understanding. So we're going to go through the basics now. So once you have decided you want to invest in the stock market or investment generally, whether money market or any other passive investment, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have all your documents right, because these are the very, very basics. And this is part of what normally causes a problem for people along the line. Some people will say, oh, I'm trying to register with a CSCS. My document is not accepted. It didn't go through. And by the time you ask them one or two questions, you will discover that on their international passport, they have a middle name. In their PVC, they didn't use a middle name. On their driver's license, it shows the address they were living. In their PVC, it shows a new address they have moved to. So you need to keep your house in order first. Make sure you have all the documents that are recognized by the federal government of Nigeria. There are some documents you cannot use if you want to do investment transactions. Because you've been working in an organization for 10 years, you cannot use your work identity card in some things. They won't accept it. They won't, because your work identity card, maybe you've been working with a private company, But the private company can go out of business anytime, even though the private company may have been in existence for 15 years. But that private company can go out of business. So you cannot say, oh, you've been working with an oil company for the last 15 years, so you can use their identity card to open a stock brokerage account, or you can use that identity card to do some other transactions in the business environment. There are 4 major documents that the federal government of Nigeria recognize, and which most companies, they are trying to, tally along, so that those 4 documents are the ones they too want to recognize. Number 1, your international passport. Anywhere you want to do anything, you show your international passport. That is a highly recognized identity document. Your PVC is another one. Your national identity card is another one. And your driver's license is another one. So those 4 documents, if possible, have all of them. If you cannot have all of them, have as many of them as possible. I would say at least you should have about 3 of them. And there is nothing stopping you from having 3. It's not really a big deal to get international passport in Nigeria, to get your driver's license, to get your NIN card, or to get your PVC. Maybe I should digress a little bit. I told people most of these documents you can actually apply online. But people don't understand that Nigeria has become a much more developed country than what it used to be 10, 15, or 20 years ago. When my driver's license expired, I sat in the comfort of my room. I logged into the road safety website. I applied for a renewal in the comfort of my room. I made the payment online. I did everything online. And then I selected where I want to collect my new license. After it has been renewed, the new one they will give me, I selected where I want to collect it, which of their offices and in which location. I did all that online. And when my license is ready, I walk into the office that I selected. I show them my receipt that I printed from online, and they check their record. They gave me my driver's license. It took me only about, I think maybe about 10 minutes to, get my license and walked out. The same thing happened when I applied for the PVC. The PVC I applied online. And after I applied online, then I went into their office to do biometric capture. They cannot capture your biometrics online. You have to go into their office for them to do your biometric capture. That is, they take your photograph, they take your fingerprint. But because I have already done the major work online, when I went to INEC office, I spent I think less than 30 minutes. Because when I got there and they wanted to give me form to fill, this is the form, go and sit down there, fill it or take it home and come back. I told them I've already applied online. They said, okay, fine. They look on their record. They asked me a few questions. What's my name? What's my address? They brought up my registration form. They brought it up online. They can see that, yes, I've already applied. So all they need to do is, okay, let's take your fingerprint, let's take your photograph. In less than 30 minutes, it was all done. I left them, I walked away. Few weeks later, I decided that I want to change some information from what I've already put in my form for the PVC. I went online again. I didn't have to go to their office. And what I'm telling you, I know many people will say, oh, it's not possible. Nigeria is not yet advanced to that level. I'm not going to argue with anybody. It's either you believe or you don't believe. It's either you want to go and try it and see whether it works or not. I went online again and I did some adjustments to the information I put into my PVC, and then I submitted it. As long as the card has not been printed, you can make changes. So I made those changes online and I submitted it. And then I was monitoring it online. When it is ready, I saw it online. Okay, your card has been printed. It is now ready. I walk into a INEC office. In 5 minutes, I collected my card and I walked out. That's just by the way, just to let you know that a lot of the things that people go to government offices to do, you can do it online. Many, many things. Okay, so the first one here is your personal documentation. Please make sure your documents are complete. The names are the same on all your documents, across all your documents. The address is the same. Your date of birth is the same across all your documents. Okay, so